As the scream died down, someone stepped inside. It was Cha Seo-hun, standing in the doorway with a furious expression. She opened her mouth and sneered, "What's all the noise about, you useless bunch?" Seeing Cha Seo-hyun enter, Hina also felt a twinge of fear. With each step, Cha Seo-hyun spoke, "This is such a small matter. This new toy, if she's a third-generation chaebol, it's definitely a good thing, right, isn't it? Where have you been? Why are you only showing up now? I already told you, didn't I? I went home to get something and then came back, but you never said that. Well, I'm here now, aren't I? Why are you always complaining about things that aren't your business?" This silenced Aeon. Seeing her quiet, Che turned to Hina with a smile. "All right, our little darling, a third-generation chaebol. So, what if her dad is a chaebol?" With that, she kicked Hina squarely in the chin, making her cry out. Sun continued to smile. "My dad is a presidential candidate, you son of a bi. So even if you're a chaebol, it depends on the chaebol, the Hyan group. When did it become the Hyan group? Just one mistake and it drops by 30. Is that even a chaebol?" As Cho was talking, Ain spoke up from behind her. "Che, even if it's shaken, a chaebol is still a chaebol. Even if your father becomes the ruling party's representative. So smart. Don't you watch the news these days? The guys who send me black bread are all my dad's juniors. Not long ago, didn't he also come to my father's office and make a fool of himself? What's really scary? It's scary, isn't it? Now, do you know why I call you cowards? How can you be with me when you're afraid of me? Have some shame." Hina's words stunned Cha. She quickly turned back to Hina. "What did you say?" It said, "Have some shame. If your father is in such a high position, who is the one who needs to be careful with their actions? Don't you know trusting in that great father and doing everything you can? Why go and bully someone weaker than you? Don't you feel sorry for your father, you filial daughter?" "A filial daughter? Simon, was it the one who transferred to our school? But Sim Chang, there's one thing you're mistaken about. My father is not like me. I don't follow his orders. Isn't that a terrible thing for a filial daughter like you? It seems you don't understand what I'm saying." "If you don't understand, I'll have to show you, right, Hina? What is this? Wrong, the might of life. A year ago, during a meeting between my family and our relatives, I found out about my uncle. My dad bought a Trojan horse from Uncle Duh, a hacker, and then I left it on my father's computer for 6 months. And the result is, from my father's computer, I found out that my father had successfully hidden 230 billion in political slush funds using cryptocurrency. Above all, I successfully obtained my father's dirty secrets. If I release everything on this memory card, my father's political life will be over. No, his life will be over. So, pretty great, right? What are you trying to say?" "So, what I'm saying is my dad can kill someone with just one command from me. Otherwise, he'll be dealt with by me." Hearing these words, Ha was extremely shocked and scared. A second later, she regained her composure and asked Han, "You think saying such nonsense will scare me?" Sun was surprised. She reached into her pocket, took out a photo, and threw it down in front of Hina. Ha looked at the photo, and a second later she was filled with horror. She immediately started to vomit uncontrollably. Seeing this, Sun laughed. "You have a weak stomach, don't you? Just looking at a few photos of a corpse with a crushed skull and you're already throwing up like that. When you were preparing your mother's body for the funeral, when her head was crushed in a car accident, did you vomit like this too? This photo, what the hell is this?" "It was all over the news, so I thought you'd recognize the face. The person in the photo accidentally slipped and fell to his death while hiking 5 months ago. It's Kang Tian, the chairman of the 54 trillion won retail group. But was it really an accident? Hiking is one of the easiest places to commit murder in Korea. Just bribe someone to work as a patrolman on that mountain trail. During a patrol, they just need to identify the CHD blind spots and wait for the target to walk alone through there. Give them a strong push and it's a slipping accident. Perfect. The death of the core retail chairman had no special reason. It was just my dad wanting to see if he could kill someone for me. When I actually tried it, killing the head of a corporation was quite easy, wasn't it? It turns out even a big corporation's chairman can be dealt with so easily. Suddenly, I had an idea. Would it be easy to kill a top cable? Leha, why did you transfer here? She talked about school violence and told me to be filial to my father. Is that what your dad said? What? That's not it. I just heard this school has a teacher specializing in gifted and talented education. As Che spoke, she lifted up Hina. Your dad likes powerlifting, right? That 120 square meter private gym in Jamsil. What if I just loosen a few screws on the barbell frame so he gets crushed by the weights? Oh no. Or maybe on the deep web for 4 bitcoins. I bought some assassins from North Korea. Should I cut out your father's tongue? As Cha spoke, she punched Hina in the stomach, making it hard for her to breathe. Then she slowly continued, I've decided now. With that, Che grabbed Hina's collar, lifted her up, and kicked her legs out from under her. This caused Hina to lose her footing, and the collar tightened around her neck. The vice chairman of the Hyundai group, Mong Jun, due to stress from a National Assembly hearing, committed suicide by hanging along with his 15-year-old daughter. How's that for a scenario? It fits your situation perfectly right now, doesn't it? So let's do it this way, Hina. No, I don't want to. Why not, you bastard? I'm reuniting you with your dead mother. With that, she laughed like a mad woman in the warehouse. This terrified Yan Jin. At that moment, Hina screamed, crying, please spare me, it's all my fault, please spare my father, please, I was the one who did everything wrong, I won't dare to resist anymore, Dad, save me, please. Hearing these words, Cha released her hand, Hina fell to the ground, Cha stood there watching, Hina gasped for breath on the floor, a moment later she spoke, Hina, from today on, you are my toy. You are absolutely not to resist me. If you dare to resist, your father dies, understood? My toy, Hina. Hearing those words, Hina could only cry and agree. Reading the diary entries left by Hina, Mong Jun thought angrily, it's all my fault. CO High School, where you wanted to transfer, I should have investigated it more thoroughly. But I made the ridiculous excuse that I was busy preparing for the National Assembly hearing. For a stupid reason, I threw my only daughter into a den of devils. But this time, Hina, it's their turn to pay the price. Those devils will never be saved. They will all go to hell. I will send them there with my own hands. The next morning at school, voices were heard. She's finally gone for real, transferring to another school after less than a month. That's legendary. Our class is really cursed. In the blink of an eye, 3 people in our class have met their end. Even if they were gangsters, Muna Yunan died in a horrific accident. Sun Yun Jin had to drop out due to family circumstances. And Yoon Karma transferred to another school. It's like a transfer student just came and left. It feels like a big storm just swept through the school. Well, for me, being able to live a peaceful school life now is good enough. So gang, you must be a little sad, right? Since you won't be able to see that beautiful face anymore. Hey, what kind of person do you think I am? I'm not that obsessed with handsome guys. In the end, I should have asked for a few pictures together, I guess. Yes. At the same time, elsewhere in a classroom, crying was heard. Done. We're finally free. Finally released. It's been so hard all this time. Now, we'll live quietly like dead mice. Those kids treated us like dog food. We have to be careful with our behavior now. But hey, I heard the 4th grade gangsters have been eyeing us since before because we seemed annoying to them. What should we do now? Elsewhere, Junji was staring out the window, speechless. She was thinking, no way, is Karma really going to leave like this? They still haven't been able to repay her for anything? Without saying a word, how can she just leave like that? With that thought, Junji immediately turned and ran somewhere. It turned out she was running down to the schoolyard to chase after Karma. She called out Karma's name as she ran. Durham heard her and turned her head. Seeing Junji, she asked, Why are you so out of breath? Genji, hearing her, replied immediately, Guruman, I have something I want to tell you. Karma, thank you so much. If it weren't for you, I definitely wouldn't be here right now. All this time, school life has been like hell because of Sei Jin and her friends. I was so miserable that I even thought about whether I should just die. Really, if it weren't for you, Karma, I don't know what would have happened to me. Karma, maybe you don't think of me as anything, but to me, you are my savior. Really, I'm so grateful to you, Karma. Hearing Janji's words, Karma's expression suddenly changed. She remembered painful memories from the past. Karma was lying in a steel cage, crying and begging, Please just look at me a little. Talk to Gurum. Dad, why aren't you saying anything? Karma is really working hard and participating in the experiment for you. Please praise me, Dad. Today, I didn't even want to be taken out. Please praise me today. Even though it hurt, I didn't even groan. Dad, Karma really did a good job right now. Duh, will you love Dig again? Please, Dad. This time, I really endured it well. Please praise me. I endured all of this for you. Please give Karma a word of praise. Back in the present, Janji was still crying. I really wanted to say thank you. I will definitely never forget this favor. Durham was still looking at Janji in a daze. A smile appeared on her lips. A second later, she rushed forward and hugged Janji, laughing. Between us, there's no need for thanks, is there, Johnny? Janji, didn't you say before you wanted to go eat tobacco with Karma? What's tobacco? Just say what you want to eat. I'll buy it all because I have my new dad's car. But you're the one who should be treated. Karma, if you want to repay, Karma, let's skip school today and hang out together. What do you think of my offer? I've always wanted to skip school with you just once. Great. Then today, let's enjoy everything to the fullest with Karma. As the two left the school, up on the rooftop, Manager Bake was watching Karma's every move. He was thinking, Yoon Karma. The sociopath psychological test that the state agency conducted on Yoon Karma was carried out immediately after she defected to South Korea under special circumstances. They focused on her past criminal behavior, which was disclosed under legal hypnosis. More importantly, because she was a refugee with no relatives, the documents were also reports from others. A part of the test was completely missing. So, this test cannot be considered complete. Is Yoon Karma really a sociopath? The results of the long-term test that the vice chairman privately requested from a university professor, it's clear that Yoon Karma has the characteristics of a sociopath. However, at the same time, Yoon also has 3 clear special characteristics that distinguish her from a sociopath. I have seen hope in those 3 special characteristics. Even the vice chairman hopes to bring new meaning to life. Yoon Karma, you are the key to unlocking the vice chairman's life after revenge.